What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Bear NecessiTCG, and today I needed to get 4 absolute ice shields for my Battle Spirit Saga deck, so I went and did what any normal person would do, and I got this. A booster case. So I'll be opening this until I get 4 absolute ice shields. Hopefully they're actually in there, but I think this is better than going around and buying singles, just because I do list these online. Also, there's some people in my LGS that are looking for certain cards, and I am sending some of the SBRs off for grading, so I need to get as much as I can. Let me grab a couple of these boxes. All right, so this does have 12 booster boxes in the actual case. We're going to line these up. How many do you think it's going to take, by the way? Make sure to leave a comment. It's going to take 1 box, 2 box, 3 box, 4 box. I'm going to go with 4 boxes. It's going to take 4 boxes before I actually get my ice shields. Let's switch to card mode. There we go. And what am I doing? First box. Grab some trusty scissors. So let's talk about ice shields just for a little bit. I hate them. I don't like that every deck is running ice shields. I think what they could have done to make the design a little better would be to make the main effect, you could only use what's in your reserve. I think that would be better. That way you have to always have 4 there. But as it goes, you can just, shift them around from nexuses and things like that. And, you can always end that turn. So that's my only suggestion. I mean, it's a little too late. If I was a playtester, I would have told him that. And we're going to go through this pretty fast because it's going to take a while. So I am looking for a Starblast Draw SPR for someone at the shop. There's a Holo Hippocampo, which is very nice. Those are seeing a lot of play right now, too. So the Holo versions will sell pretty quickly. We got same thing with the Dark Lancer. I've sold a couple of those. I basically sold everything. And I feel confident in this game because people are buying them. Look at the TCG player. All right, got a God Beast Behemoth. But look at the TCG player sales. The cards that are doing good in the Pro Tours and everything, they are selling. And as more people get in the game, I'm going to have a ton of product for them. The Pegasion. Scion. That one, too. I sold a couple of those earlier. So far, no ice shields. But we are just in the beginning. So I bought this. What did I buy this for? I bought it on eBay. And I think the listing was $260. And I was like, you know what? That's not a bad price for a case of, actual cards for almost any game. But I wanted to see what I can get it for. So I offered, I think it was, $220, something like that. But in the end, after shipping and taxes and all that, it came out to about $20 a box. And I think that should be the lowest. I haven't seen any of them selling for $15 a box or anything like that. TCG players holding kind of strong at $25. But I like to shop the discounts and the sales. So Deadly Balance, one of my favorite cards that I'm always using. Built an undead deck. And there's some gameplay of that if you want to check that out. Undead's not really there yet. I think it needs a little more variety and undead spirits with some abilities before it can be viable. But one day, it's gonna be big, trust me. Or who knows, maybe you'll see me sitting in the Pro Tour with my undead deck and it's gonna come out of nowhere, just like Fabled Beast did. When everyone's like, oh yeah, yellow's trash. All right, we got a Dread Knight Nemesis. Put that on the hits. You know what? I should... Hold on. I got to reach. I should be a little better with the cards because these do go up for sale. Not that I'm abusing them or anything like that, but, you know, they could get a little scratched. And I don't want to send out any cards that are below near mint. And I've been doing a good job of that too. I did buy some bulk from someone for Pokemon, and it was their daughter's cards that they were opening. And as I was sorting through, all the holos had scratches on them, and there was like a film of jelly on some of the cards. And I didn't catch it till I started sending them out, and I had to lower the quality, give refunds, but I mean that was completely me. You know, not that I could check. I'm not gonna go up and, you know, Dad's like, oh yeah, these are my child cards, and I'm like, these are trash. So I just took them. I didn't spend too much money on them. So it is all right. Got a dual gun Mechlorderm Dyna. Some of these cards are a mouthful to say, but you know, I used to hate the pull tabs. I was like, oh no, I can't do it. Pull tabs are awful. But when you're going through these cards, you need those pull tabs. That is unfortunate that it got banned, but I mean, it was too good. It was already banned before I started playing too, so I didn't even get to have that fun where I just kept drawing cards. But same thing with this guy. I don't know if that deserved to be banned. I know because you can ramp it up. It just cost 1, but still, it's not a great card on its own. So it's kind of not concerning, but confusing how they're like, oh, okay, this will combo way too fast, and let's just get rid of it. I believe that one's banned, actually. I don't know if it's banned or it's limited or restricted, I mean, to 1. But I don't play it. Looks like we got Beldegor in the back peeking out. I see him. So very happy for that. Oh, that is amazing. So some other people at my LGS pulled these. Some of them play with them too in their decks, and this is the first one I've seen just in person. This is going off to get graded. I'm trying to personally bring back tonight. Bring back is the wrong word because it was never there to begin with, but the collectability of Battle Spirits. I think that's part of what's missing too. You don't have the collectors, so people aren't searching these things out and buying the actual the boxes. But I'm going to. I already have a display on my wall that I'm going to put them in once they get graded. And I know not everyone likes grading, but I think it would be good for this game. I don't want it to jump up to where, oh yeah, that Beldegor over there is graded. Now it's worth 300, 400, and 500, going to 1,000. That's a little ridiculous. But if it's going for like $100, you know, maybe. Infernal King, Cursed Dragon. Because it has to start pumping money into the game. You know, eventually, when we all buy these booster boxes up from all the stores that abandoned the game and just want to get a little bit of their money back, you know, they're only $20 a box. So eventually we'll get through them. And they have staples. That's the biggest thing, especially the Ice Shield. Just that being a staple in everyone's deck means that people need to open these boxes. Imagine if the the player base, let's say it doubles right now. You're going to need double Ice Shields and maybe even more because people are going to be, you know, some people just don't want to switch sleeves. And I get it. Because I don't want to switch sleeves either when I'm playing, but I have to because, you know, this channel, my TCG player account, everything, it funds my hobby. So I have to swap my cards around. And right now I gave all 4 ice shields to my girlfriend, so it's in her deck. So I need some of my own. And first box down, there is no ice shield in there. I need to find a place to put all these boxes and cards. We'll just slide that up there. All right, that was a dud. And I know I'm saying it was a dud as I pulled a Beldegor, which is a pretty good card. And I wanted to put it in my undead deck because it would make so much sense for it to be in there when you think of just the mechanics. But it didn't say undead, so I didn't do it. Got our box topper. No, I should have made this a stream, but I really don't know how to use Twitch or even do this streaming on YouTube where I sit here until I get my ice shields. Dread Knight, Nemesis. And I'm hoping that I'm just going so fast that I missed ice shields. But I don't think so. Could happen, though. I've done that in the past where I've been looking for a card and opening things and just blow by them real quick. Derm Dyna. One thing I do want to make also is a Ice Princess deck. That they're missing something in there too. Kind of a win condition. Yes, you can throw down the new what is it? I have her up here. The Snowcat Peak Goddess Scotty. But I don't think this wins on its own. So I'll figure it out. Let's see. And I think also was it the first packs or first set that didn't guarantee you a rare? I think that's what it was. Let me pay more attention to. I keep seeing that and I'm like, oh, I got it, because the Ice Shield has what looks like are explosions, but not really. Dead the balance. Foil. I'm starting to worry, guys. I know it's only 2 in, but I thought I'd get 1 by now. Has me questioning if Ice Shield. Yes, I was looking for this. I was really looking for this. Another card that's going out and getting graded. But as far as why I wanted it, it's my favorite card. Deadly Balance, and then the Skull Lion. Scullion? Skull Lion? Not sure. But those are my favorite. There's a lot of sacrificing in there. Ooh, Shiny Flamefish. Oh no, this is going to be like... This is going to turn into a 2-hour video of me searching and not finding anything. I want my money back. But I think I should get this Saga rare. Is that 1 per case? I heard someone say that, but I wasn't sure if that was true, or I know they switched up kind of how the packs were. I know in the newest one, they were listening to everyone, and now each pack has a rare in it. Me, I don't really care. The rare's not always the best card anyways. So when I look at the decks that I I haven't made many, but when I actually look at it, it's not, it's not filled with a lot of rare or, X rares or anything, or even regular rares. They're mostly filled with just commons and uncommons. That's what's going to win you that game. There we are. We got 1. We're going to put that right there. And I'm pretty sure I didn't overlook one of those. That just popped out at me. All right, 3 more to go, and I can end this and go to bed. What time is it? 12:25. And you know what would help me pull some of these ice shields? It would be getting me to 200 subscribers. So if you like the content, enjoy, and yeah, show some support. Got another Wonderland Alice that sees some good amount of play too. I sold 4 of those earlier. I did open about 10 of these boxes, and I didn't film any of them because I bought them on a whim. They were, again, $20 each, and I didn't know if people would buy them. I didn't know if the game was dead, because as I joined, everyone was talking about, oh, Battle Spirits is dead. And I took the gamble. And so then I showed up to some a tournament. I watched a little bit, and people showed me how to play, and then I joined in on a draft. I still got to make that video on how the draft went and my thoughts in general. But yeah, and then I just loved it. I think it's the best Bandai game that they have as far as gameplay goes. I think Digimon is the #1 when it comes to art and collectability currently. But again, I'm trying to change that. I'm more excited for the Pegasound than the Jurassic King. Just based on historic sales, I have like 5 of these. They're not going for much right now. But every major tournament we have changes the outcome of these cards and how much they cost. If people start seeing that a certain card is winning, then the price goes up. Everyone starts buying, and that's what I like to see. As long as they don't put in a rotation as far as blocks like other games do. I know, like Magic, that's what I used to play a lot. I would have certain blocks, and then you couldn't play cards, and they rotated out. If this stays kind of open, like Yu-Gi-Oh, for example, then I don't mind holding on to these cards, because that means that people 10 sets from now can come back and be like, you know what? It wasn't good then, but it's good now. And that is what I like about some of the Bandai games as opposed to some of the others, because I hate spending money on cards. That's an X-ray, right? Yeah. I hate spending money on cards, going and buying boxes, and then, you know, they're worth so much and everyone wants them, and then they rotate out, and what's left is the collectors. And even Magic didn't have a lot of collectors that just wanted to fill a binder full of cards. Dark Matter, was that in my deck? It was in my Undead deck as a sideboard. I don't know if I need it. There's so much sacrifice in it from Scullion and the Deadly Balance that it seems like too much removal. And, you know, it defeats the theme of, all right, we're going to make you sacrifice everything. More Beldegors, those are nice. Don't sell for much, though, as far as the regular Beldegor. And one Ice Shield was in here. Okay. We'll take it, though. One is better than none. And you know what I'm not looking forward to? I am not looking forward through sorting all these cards and listing them. That's the worst. All right, we're going to throw that on the floor for now. So we do have our Ice Shield #1. Put that guy right in the middle. All right. I'm losing hope, but it's only the second box. I think it's because I wanted to keep some of these sealed. Not for what you think. I wanted to keep them sealed because once my LGS, they've already kind of mentioned that they might not restock on Battle Spirits. So my thought was, well, if they don't restock on it, I have a stock, and as long as they let us play there, I can bring the cards in for drafts. That's where my mind went. Or sealed in general. The idea was going to be you get 1 pack from Dawn of History, 1 pack from False Gods, and then 1 or 2 from the newest set. So Aquatic Invaders. And then build a deck and go at it. Or draft. Because a lot of people already got the cards that they wanted from Dawn of History, and also False Gods. But when you add the draft element, and what I could do if the boxes were $20 each, the other thought was going to be, well, if we get enough people, then we can give the winner a full box of their choice, because False Gods I can find for 20, and then Dawn of History I can find for 20 also. Aquatic Invaders is holding still around 40, and well, I'm not completely happy with it because I want to buy as much as I can and stock up my inventory and my decks. I am also happy that it's not dropping below that yet, because you know, we need the game to thrive, and we need the stores to make their money. If they're buying it, I think it was $70 a box to get it in the store, and they're selling it for $40, they're losing money every time they sell. And we don't want that. They'll never want to buy it again. So I do believe Aquatic Invaders probably won't go below 35 ever. And then once we start slowing down and we eat up all the stock on False Gods and Dawn of History, those will start creeping up and rising in price too. And Where Stars Are Born. I don't even remember that card. But going back to the collectability, I want to talk about that, because looking at the cards, now this Dino Man right here, it's not terrible art, but it's not something that I want to see in a binder. Maybe the Pentans, because they follow, you know, a cutish theme. But Angelic Pressure, I mean, there's not really... Again, the art's not bad. It's just not on the collector level. It's not even on the Pokemon level, and I don't even think Pokemon's that great when it comes to, you know, their card art. What's holding Pokemon is the IP. What's holding Digimon is kind of the IP, but also the design of the cards. We got Archangel Michaela. She's not worth much. I sold one of her probably like 3 days ago. And by one of her, I mean the SPR that I just pulled. And that's not an X-ray. Almost fooled me. Almost ended up in a sleeve. But, oh no, we're going to go through the whole... I have a feeling we're going to go through the whole case. The whole case. I'm going to pick up the pace, though. I think I'm going at a pretty fast pace, but I have over 10,000 cards listed on TCG Player, and trust me, it is a lot of time to do that. We're talking you're going through every card. Well, you're opening like I'm opening now, so you see how long this takes. And usually it's a lot slower because, you know, I'm looking at the cards, I'm talking about the cards, but in this case, Dawn of History's, you know, it's already old news. Most people have seen it, so... but usually you'd go through these a little slower, and then you alphabetize them. That way it's easier to list and easier to find. At first I was not alphabetizing my cards, and I just listed them, and that caused a lot of issues trying to find things when I sold them. I'd sell like 10 cards to one guy, then I have to go sift through everything, trying to find what he ordered. The sets are all over the place. So now I alphabetize, and it's working out just great. Something that's interesting, though, is I opened 10 boxes before, and I pulled a ton of ice shields. You know, I got the 4. I got a foil ice shield, and then I think I had like 3 more. But I didn't know what they were, and I just started listing them. So I sold all of them, and I retained 4, but they're in the girlfriend's deck, so... It's just, I don't know. Unfortunate, getting unlucky. unlucky. But makes me want to go and buy another case already because I'm running through all of this. Is not what I expected, but it's all right. It's the first set. People will buy a lot of these and I'll get most of my money back so I can, do it again. So we are on the fourth box. Yeah, the fourth box. My prediction looks like it's wrong. It's gonna be wrong. At this point, I wonder if I should just, speed up the video. Just go to like 12 times. But no, we're gonna rush through this. I'm starting to sweat now from just all of... Ooh. Got the Queen Maduke. But about to sweat just from all the... I don't know. Not stress, anxiety, not that. Those aren't the right words. Not excitement, that's for sure. If I was on like the second one, I might consider it excitement. But I am not. Making two different piles here. This is the fourth one we're on. And Absolute Ice Shield. All right. So we have another. We have our second Ice Shield. Only 4 boxes in. And I remember at the card shop, I was talking to some people. And I'm like, oh yeah, I got all these Ice Shields. I sold them. What's the big deal? And they were like, oh yeah, the pull rates on them are very low. And I'm like, no, just no. And here I am. This is quite a bit. I thought I'd be done by now. I really did. Like, I almost want to abandon this box and be like, you know what? We got the hit of the box. It is that one Ice Shield. Time to move on. But I feel it, though. There's going to be another one in here. 100% there's another one in here. And you know what? I'm not even looking for the SBR one. I mean, I want it. So I can set it off to get graded and sit on my wall. But I'm not looking for it right now. I just need it for the deck. Undead needs the Ice Shield. I overextend all the time on that deck and lose because of it. Because I have nothing to defend. There's just skeletons and zombies being just thrown at the enemy. I saw a card I wanted to talk about, but we gotta keep moving. Gotta keep moving. If Ice Shields weren't so hard to find, I'd be like, if you guessed the boxes it would take, I'd send you an Ice Shield too. But can barely get Ice Shield for myself. They should have just made an X rare at this point. I don't know why they didn't. Or honestly, actually, I don't know how that would work. If they put the Ice Shields, all right, got a Royal Potion. This card is not great. Actually, I'm saying that in the sense of it's not worth a lot, but it is sexy. Just especially around the feet right there. That foil is just... All right. Well, I might get a full set of, for my collection. That's kind of where we're headed right now. We'll have one for the binders. I'm actually gonna get a binder, put all these in, one of each card. The SBRs are going to end up on my wall. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. We got plenty of Star Blessed draws. which don't see play in every deck, but they really are in a lot of decks. Another Infernal Curse Dragon. No, he was looking for an SPR. I thought that's what one of the guys was looking for, but it's not. And I already have one for the collection, so I don't need to pull another one of those dragons SPRs. I can just go ahead and sell it. Gale Yale. Oh, man. Nope. Nope. A lot of nopes. Oh, this feels like a weird pack. Maybe it'll be good. Come on, weird feeling pack. And nope. All right, last pack of number 4. And then we're going to have to move on to box number 5. So, looks like one ice shield in every 2 boxes. That's what it's looking like right now. I got to figure out. What to do with all this bulk. You know, having like 20 of one card's not bad for the store. Just because I know if someone buys a play set, you know, multiple people, and I'd still have more to keep going. That's a good feeling. But at the same time, I don't need 100 of them. And I guarantee you right now that I have 100 of some of these cards. 100, if not more. All right. You know, I was trying to keep this clean, but it's not going to be clean. So many of this Jurassic King. Has anyone made this guy work in any deck? I would like to know. What deck does he belong in? Or did I just not look as far as he's in every single deck? Like something about red, I just don't care about red. It's my least favorite out of all the colors. And then second to that is blue. Something about blue I just don't care about either. It's too much on the mill side, the Nexuses. I wish Camelot Knight was was undead. That's what it's missing. A really cheap one-cost spirit with an ability. Dual Mechlor Derm Dyna. I don't remember if I have this. Also not a fan of that one. Not a fan of mechs. Just mechs in general. Don't really do it for me. As I'm pulling mechs. There might be a part 2 to this. You know, there's a good chance that there's going to be a part 2. Looks like I'm going for a play set of the Cursed Dragons. Which... it is undead. But there's a reason I didn't put it in my deck. Hold on, wait a minute. When summon, remove 3. I have to look at the actual computer. Nope, it didn't fit with what it's trying to do. That's more soul control type stuff. I want a Night of the Living Dead type situation where, you know, no matter how many they kill, the skeletons and zombies just keep coming. You know, no matter what they have, they could have a actual, they could have an actual strong lineup, and I'm still running spirits at them. Oh, got Maduke. And honestly, for Maduke, I don't fully understand how that card works, so I've been avoiding it. And I haven't played against it yet. I've been waiting to play against someone that can be like, oh yeah, this is what it means with the the Blood Curse. Because it sounds like things with Blood Curse just live forever in a way with her out. I think, like, I'm passing up gold mines too. Like, a lot of these, a lot of the, just losing my thoughts. The holo cards sell for a lot. Even the commons. Just people are making decks around them. They just want shiny cards. And it's kind of hard to get some of the shiny cards. I think I sold a couple commons once for like 6. Absolute Ice Shield. Let's go. Let's go. One more. We just need one more. And then I can just go to bed happy. And then these can be put on the shelf for tournaments in the future or giveaways in the future. That's one thing that I filled up the hits stand. But that's one thing I want to start doing in the future is, start doing giveaways for people looking for cards. But it's just not there yet at 178 subscribers. That's a live feed in the upper right. Still waiting for it to tick up one while I'm making a video. Hasn't happened yet. But once that gets up to, what is it, 1,000? Or is it 500 now? They might have lowered it. Then this channel can start making a little bit of money. Because right now I only make the money on the cards from when I sell them. And sometimes it's great, sometimes it's bad. It really depends on what I open. But once that starts making money, then I can start doing giveaways and contests, prizes, things like that. But it's a work in progress. I'd be surprised if anyone is right there with me, watching this far in, rooting for me to get some ice shields. But if you are, I appreciate it. And just let me know. Let's talk. Let's talk about how long it took you to get 4 ice shields, or did you just go ahead and just buy them? I take that back. I was going to say, in the end, it's cheaper to buy them outright. But I have to factor in card sales here. I'm pretty sure we're going to end up on box 6. Oh, no. I thought I didn't stab it hard enough. There we go. 6 boxes. But I remember what I was going to say. I'm pretty sure that so far, looking at the actual hits that I got, I will make my money back. I really will. Maybe a little less because I will be holding on to the Beldegor and a lot of the SPRs that I pulled. That's where the money comes from. That's where the high money comes from. $20 here, 15 here, but it's not what pays for the boxes. It's the cards that people want to play, especially the holo versions of them. People are still buying 4 of Star Blessed Draws from me. Those will always be good. It's a nice staple uncommon for red, and it's splashable in a lot of decks. And I like how I know a little more than about what I'm talking about in this game as opposed to when I open Digimon and Pokemon. I know a little bit of when I play Digimon, but not a lot. I sent this one off to get graded already, so this one will go up for sale. I don't need 2 of them. But he's not worth that much. I'm telling you, the mechs. People either love the mechs or just hate them. They just don't care. I think more people are on the don't care side. The Gundam ones, though, maybe. Angelic Pressure from that last one. I really want to make a luster deck. I think that'd be so cool. But with deadly balance, just because. Yeah, why not? There's something about making them choose who dies. And sometimes they make the wrong decision. You'll be playing it and you'll think, oh, they're going to sacrifice that one. Wait, nope. They actually... Absolute Ice Shield. We're done. We are done. It is... What is that? We're on the sixth box. So 6 boxes to get 4 Absolute Ice Shields. We made it. Yeah. All right. I can finally just ease my mind and enjoy these last packs. We're going to savor the last packs from this box. It's already open, so might as well just go through it. So if now that we have the Ice Shields, I want a Star Blessed Draw SPR, just so I can hook my man up at the card shop. Will we get it? No, but we are on our way to a playset of Maduke, which I don't know if anyone's running 4 Madukes in their deck, or if she's one of those, have a couple in there. It's... it's not as bad in this game as other games when it comes to, pulling. Let's say you have an opening hand, you mulligan, you have 4 Madukes in there. It's not great, but it's not terrible. As you draw and you get your souls, you could drop it, relatively soon because you're not reliant on mana or energy or things like that. Still not an ideal hand, that's for sure. I'm not saying that. But in this game, even if you get a bunch of 5-cost spirits and that's it from your first hand, you can choose to go second, which, now that I say it, doesn't do anything because you need to put a core on him. Let's change that to 4. A lot of 4 costs in your hand. You could go second and you could start playing right away. Other games, you might have to wait a long time before you can start playing at 4 cost in Magic, let's say. Or Pokemon. I've had that. I played some games of Pokemon where I'm just sitting there and I'm like, well, this is fun. I have no energy. But I had a basic Pokemon, so I'll just sit here and lose the game. Even worse than that game when you have 1 Pokemon, no energy. Or 1 basic, and then they just kill it. You're like, okay, game's over. Now, it could just be my poor deck building that caused that. But here, it seems like even with a bad hand, I still have some pretty good games. And it doesn't look like we're going to be able to pull the SPR, but it's okay. I got my Ice Shields. It's what I wanted, and we're done. We are done. Look at the damage. All these packs. Just so much. Oh, and a little kind of how I do the videos, if you're curious. And then we could put... You can look at that, which is where I have all my cards for sale. What else? We're just going to spin it around. There in that corner up there, that's where I'm going to have my my graded cards. I made that, and then you've already seen this. This is just the back wall behind me. And there's me. So, for anyone curious on how I set things up, that is it. I do need a better light, though. Just because this... Oh, and it's just an iPhone. The card one's an iPhone. The Canon, you know what? I bet the iPhone's going to be a little better. Let's just get that completely out of the way. iPhone's probably going to be better, but I paid a lot of money for that Canon camera, so I'm going to use it. I look clear, but the lighting I have to work on. The ring lights just aren't doing it for me, so I'm going to be looking for that on Black Friday. But 6 boxes for 4 ice shields. What did that cost me? That was, $120 just to get these for my deck. Everything else, I didn't really need anything else. Everything else is just for the collection. But, wow. I don't know how long this video is, but thanks for joining me if you made it this far. We did it. And with all that, be sure to hit that like button. This was rough. My back hurts. Everything hurts. I'm tired, but I got it finally, and I will catch everyone next time.